I'm going to be making a Terrazzo tray today. I've not made one before because I absolutely hate sanding, but luckily enough, Let's Resin have very kindly sent me out their 4-in-1 electric resin sander and polishing machine. So I'm actually looking forward to doing some sanding today, and that's not a sentence I thought I'd ever say. So let's pop this to one side for a minute. We can talk about this lovely piece of kit a little bit later. So first of all, we need to make some chips. I've already made some purple and blue using the Homeware Designs Blue Lagoon and Amethyst. So let's just pop these bits to one side, and we'll start off by making some of the chips in the Passion. I'm going to be using the Let's Resin Magic Pour. It's normally weighed 3:1, but I'm just going to eyeball it because I'm not going to need a lot. So I'm just going to pop some water in my cup and then add my powder to the water. So I'll just get this mixed up and ready. Now that's all mixed up, I'm going to add the Homeware Designs pigment in Passion. So let's pop a couple of drops of that into there and get that mixed in. Just going to keep them solid colours, and I've got a bit of plastic down here just to pour it down onto. So I'm just going to pop this down onto my sheet, and then using a spatula I'm just going to spread it all over nice and thinly, covering the whole area of this sheet here. So now that's all spread out, we're just going to leave that to cure, and then I'll see you back for the next bit. This is all cured now, so we just need to break this all up into little pieces. So I'm just going to squish it all down. And just break it all up into little chips. So I'll just do this to all of this, and then I'll see you back for the next bit. Now all my 3 colours are done, I'm just going to add them into a pot and mix them all together. Selection of all the colours. Just get those all mixed up. Any bits that you think are a bit too big, you can just break them up smaller. Right, so next I'm just going to mix up some more of the Let's Resin Magic Pour, and then we can move on to the next bit. I've mixed up some more of the Let's Resin Magic Pour, so I'm going to add to that my chips that I made. So I think we've put quite a generous helping of those into there, and then get that all mixed in. I think we'll add some more. Put some more of those into there. Get that mixed up. Probably enough, I think. Just make sure I've got those all mixed in, and then we're just going to pop that into the mould. I've only made enough to do the tray part because I want to do the side bits in a solid colour. So let's just give this a little bit of a shake. Settle all those lumps and bumps down. Right, let's just pop that one sideways. There we go. Right, so we're just going to pop that to one side for a minute. Let's scoop that one over there, and then we can do the 2 side pieces. I've mixed up some more of the Let's Resin Magic Pour, and I'm going to use one of the colours that I used in the chips. So I'm going to use the Homeware Designs pigment in Amethyst. So let's pop a few drops of that into there. and then get that mixed up. And then we're just going to keep this a nice solid colour. So just going to pour this into the moulds. So I'm not sure if I've made enough, so let's do a bit in each first. So some in that one, some in that one. Oh, it looks like I have got enough, that's good. Let's top this one back up. And then top this one up. Right, so that's those pieces both done. I have actually got some left over, so I'll find something for that, and then I'll see you back for demold. This is all cured up now, and with the leftover magic pour, I made this little adorable pot. Love that shaped pot, gorgeous. Right, so let's get these stand pieces out first. See how these have come out. First one, lovely. Let's pop this one out of here. Don't forget to pop your moulds back in the right way. That's the second stand. So let's pop those to one side for a minute, and then pop this one out. Oh, pretty. So next we want to do a bit of sanding on this and bring out some of those colours. So before I do any sanding, I'll just quickly run through everything that you get in the box with the 4-in-1 electric resin sanding and polishing machine from Let's Resin. So as always with the Let's Resin products, you get a very lovely detailed instruction manual. Everything in there to tell you all about how to use all the different components. So that's good. Then we have the base unit that will hold the main sander, so you can use it either in with the stand or on its own. This comes with little suction bits on the bottom so it can stick firmly in place, and a little button there that flips open. You've got a channel down the bottom there that lines up with that, so that stays nicely in place there. You can clip that back down. You've got a little dust cover there that goes on there for when you're using the grinding wheel and the polishing mitt thing. If you're using the machine in the stand, you can use it continuously using the power cord that comes with it, but you will need to get, if you're in the UK, you will need to get an adapter for that. So that just plugs in the bottom there, so you can have that on continuously, or it also comes with a USB charger and that pops into there, so you can charge it up, and I'm sure it lasts for about 3 hours, something like that, on a charge. So excellent. Then you get all the sanding pads. Let's just take this out, pop that to one side for a minute. So you get a huge selection of sanding pads. You've got 2 different sizes, large and a smaller one, and you've got in here all the different grits there, ranging from P60 down to P1500. So lots to choose from in there. And with the smaller ones, same again, lots of different sizes of grits in there. So when you're using the smaller ones, you've got this little attachment here, easily swapping over from the small one to the large one. You can either use the different size grits, and they attach nicely to that, so you can either have it on a firm surface, or if you're doing something that's curved or shaped, you can use the spongy pad. Pop that on there, and then you can pop your sandpaper disc on there, and then if you want to swap them over, like I said, easy to swap over just pop that one off, pop the new one on, and then same again, you've got your little spongy disc that can go on there, and then your sandpaper goes on that bit. Right, so I think we'll just get on and have a go with it now, because there is a very lovely detailed video on the Let's Resin YouTube channel, so I'll link that in my description box, and that will give you a bit more of an in-depth thing as to all the safety features and things like that. On the main unit itself, you've just got two straightforward buttons here. You've got the power on and off button, and then you've also got a speed button that controls how fast it's going to turn. There's also a couple of vents here, one there and one there, and when you're using the sander with water, you don't want to be getting any water in there whatsoever. So for the on and off, just a 3-second press on that one, and then you'll get a display come up, and on the left hand side you'll see that it's red, so that will indicate that you're using it on the battery. And if you was using it with the main power cord, you'll get a green light round here which will indicate the different speed that you've got it on. So on the bottom one, press that. That'll take you through 1, 2 and 3 with your speeds. And then to use it, you just press the button and it will start. Press it again to stop it, and then you can just toggle up and down through the speeds as you wish. Also, when you're holding the machine, when you've got this, the vent there and the vent there, you don't want to be covering those up with your fingers or your hand anywhere, because you do need the air to come out of there. So you will have to find a comfortable position for you to hold it. Right, so I'm going to start off by using it on the flat hard surface and not using the sponge. So we'll have a go at doing it like that way first. So turn it on. And I have it on the number 3 setting, which is the fastest. I've got a little bottle of water here to use. So I'm just going to spray the item that I'm sanding with some water. And then let's just see how this goes. So I've been working on this small section here just for a couple of minutes. So as I do need another pad on there, but let's just give this a wipe over with a cloth and see how it's looking. Give that a wipe. Clean all that dust and dirt off of there. Oh wow. It's looking amazing. How much those colours show up now compared to there. And that's just after a couple of minutes. That's incredible. I love this. Maybe I'm actually going to enjoy sanding for a change. Right, so I think what I'll do is, you don't need to see me doing the whole of this, because it's just going to be, it's not actually that noisy, but you don't want to be listening to that. So I'll do the rest of the tray and then I'll see you back in a minute. I've finished off sanding all of this, and I've got to say, what an impressive piece of kit this is. It really made light work of sanding this down. Let me just remind you of how it looked before to how it looks now. Absolutely incredible. I love it. Gorgeous. So if you've put off doing anything like this before, then there will be a link in my description box for the sander. So grab yourself one and I'm sure you won't regret it. Oh, and one little tip, when you're using the sander, you don't have to like press down really hard. Just let the tool do the work for you. If you do press down too hard, you'll get a little P come up on the display there, and that just means pressure and then you're putting too much pressure down. So just ease off a bit and just, like I say, let the tool do the work. So let's finish this off with some wax. I'm going to be using my own sealing wax that I've made, and this is now available to purchase on my eBay store. So the link will be in my description box. So I'm just going to put some on a cloth and wipe over the top here. Bring out some of those colours even more. Just going to wipe it all over, let that sink in for a bit, and then we can get it buffed off. So let's also do the little pot as well. Pop some on there. You can see how that brings out the colour, and it smells lovely. Oh, and I do want to also say a massive thank you to Tracy at Mini Scenes GB for being my little guinea pig for the wax. Thank you for testing it out for me. So let's just finish off doing this, and then we'll do these side pieces as well. Some down in there and down in there. So that's how it looks waxed to how it was before. So let me just do this side as well, and then we'll leave that to soak in, and then we'll buff it off. So then I'm just going to take a clean piece of the cloth and just buff over and rub that in. I've already done the side pieces and the pot, so just that to do, which is done. So we just put that on there and that on there, and my little pot can go on there as well. So that's my little tray all finished. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today. A huge thank you to Let's Resin for sending me this. It's been absolutely a joy to use. So stay tuned for the pictures at the end. Don't forget to check out my description box for links and discount codes, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Sunlight gleaming through the pane on my little houseboat domain. Got my molds and colors bright, crafting algae day and night. Floating gently on the bay, watching little fishes play. But my mind's on swirls and gleam, living out a crafty dream. Got my epoxy hardener too, mix 'em up a shade of blue. Pour it slow with careful hand. Let's start resin in the land. Resin magic on the houseboat, turning plastic into gold. Little trinket, shiny new, crafted just for me and you. From a simple